So I'd just like to take a moment to thank you for partaking in the 4 Pillars of Wellness program. We've actually come to the conclusion of the series, and this is the 6th and final video in the program. So I want to just do a review and go through what's been covered and perhaps what you've uncovered for yourself. So in the first pillar of wellness, frequent movement, we looked at why that's important. And one of the themes visually in this entire program is me walking or me being outside, getting some form of easy to do exercise. And the easiest form of exercise is walking, something that a lot of us don't do enough of. But what did you discover? When you check in with your body, how does it feel? Do you have areas of pain or discomfort? Do you feel tight in your shoulders or your neck? And what do you do for exercise or physical activity? What makes you feel good? It's so important to take the time to figure that out because lifting weights isn't for everyone, and for some people it might not be the best activity for a number of reasons. There's walking, there's swimming, there's playing with your kids, there's gardening, there's doing the number of different types of sports that you could partake in that give you joy. So if you think about movement as something that gives you pleasure, and I certainly hope it does, key into those motivating feelings that would make you want to do something physical. The benefits of moving, well, if you don't move, your mortality is going to become an issue. It's just that simple. So in the second pillar of wellness, we looked at healthy eating. And in the post on that subject, I talked about why is it so difficult? In our world of processed food, mass production, trying to make things easier for busy people, a lot of us have forgotten how to cook or have no longer made the time to cook for ourselves. Now, when you cook your own food, you know what the ingredients are. You can make the choices about the kind of ingredients that you buy to make the food that you eat. But even if you have to buy food out, you can still make better choices so that you can eat healthier. Then in the third pillar, we looked at sleep, rest, and recovery and why that's so important. If you are not feeling rested, if you are constantly overtired, you are not going to be able to thrive and survive in this world. And finally, in the last pillar, emotional well-being, we looked at state of mind. I didn't write about, but we also have to think about the words that we choose. So if we're constantly using negative words or thinking negative thoughts, we're going to get that reality. We're going to perceive that things are always difficult or challenging. But doing the exercise of the life web, determining, are you living your most important values? Are you spending time on one of the pillars that most requires the work to improve your wellness? So I hope I've helped you to flex your mind and nourish your thinking. And that's the tagline of Eat, Move, Be in my program, because wellness isn't one thing. It isn't the latest fad diet. It isn't cutting out all milk or cutting out gluten. It might be appropriate for you to do that thing for your health, but whatever it is you choose to do, we need to test, we need to measure. We need to be discerning. When you are reading something that's new and some latest research, can you trust the research? Is that research perhaps funded by a mass food production company? Or is it as independent as possible? Is the research a single study that has some variables that don't necessarily add up? So who do you trust? Well, I'm asking you to trust me. I don't know all of the answers, but I do look at all of the factors and try and understand what has been working for hundreds of years against what do we know now in this age of science and rapid information sharing, and what's harming us, what's helping us. Oftentimes we really do need to take a step back and look at, if things are not working for us now, what changes have we made? When did we make these changes? When did things start to go south or sour? So make sure that you go back through this program if you haven't already and do the various worksheets. The exercises, the strategies are easy to implement. They were designed to give you some relatively quick and immediate feedback about how simple changes can improve various health pillars and ultimately improve your wellness. So again, thank you. I've been Darren Stehle of Eat, Move, Be. If you have any questions, please feel free to make a comment below the video, and I would look forward to speaking with you in person at some time in the future. As always, eat healthy, move often, and be well.